Hi everybody, welcome to the Playmates showroom here at New York Toy Fair. My name is Pat Linden. I am Vice President of Marketing for the boys' toys here at Playmates Toys.
So Pat, what has it been like seeing this turtle legacy grow since you've been at the company over the last decade?
It's been great. I mean, Playmates has been the original master licensee for Turtles since day one. Back in the days when Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird developed the comic book back in 1984, and then it blew up from there. And then obviously working with Mirage Studios to do the original toys, and then when Nickelodeon purchased the IP in 2011, and being able to continue doing Ninja Turtle toys has just been awesome.
Yeah, you guys are in this great sweet spot where there's older people like me who remember the 80s Turtles and kids playing with Mutant Mayhem Turtles. Like, what's it been like seeing those two lines cross?
It's been great. I mean, Mutant Mayhem has done very, very well. The movie did over $180 million at the box office, so the toys have done very, very well. Now they have a Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles TV show that is kind of a bridge to the next movie that happens in October of 2026.
You have the classic line, and that continues to grow and grow and grow. You're showing new figures here.
Yes.
How do you decide what models to rotate in? Because there are so many turtle figures from the 80s.
You know, a lot of it's based on sales from the past and available tools from the 80s and 90s that we still have in storage, and a lot of these figures are coming from those original tools. So we take a look at that and the popularity of the figures that we did back in the day as well, and try to pick the stronger ones versus the weaker.
Now, it's been like over 30 years, 40 years, almost 40 at this point. Are these molds for the classic line still available? Were you guys able to sanction any of those original cast?
Yeah. We do have a number of the molds from back in the 80s and 90s, and we still use those molds for a lot of these action figures that you see on the pedestal here.
Now, you guys have really gotten into vehicles hardcore this year, especially with the classic line. You're bringing back two fan favorites. What went into getting those, and were you able to use classic molds for those, or were they lost?
No, those we did not have the molds for, so we actually retooled both the Footmobile and the Technodrome, and obviously the Mutant module as well.
So talk about how you get fan feedback when you have your Turtles enthusiasts with like the Technodrome and the other vehicles, the Turtle Blimp, and the feedback you used from that to improve on the vehicles moving forward.
Yeah, look at obviously the Technodrome. We made that a little bit smaller, mainly to better the sustainability of it when you play with it. But we received quite a bit of feedback from the fans. Oh, it should have been the original size. So okay. We know not to do that anymore. So when we do the Footmobile and the Mutant module, those will be spec'd off of the original vehicles from the 80s and 90s.
Well, I think just to give you kind of a platform, I think their average consumer doesn't understand that stores won't carry a product if the box is too big, and that plays into a factor. You got to just sell it. I mean, you can sell it online, sure, but you also want to be in stores, in some like local gaming stores or Walmart or big box stores.
Right.
And having a box too big means they won't carry it.
No, that is very true, and you're going to see that with the classic sewer lair, which we are retooling that. The box size will be a little bit smaller, but the play set will be the same size as it originally was back in the 80s.
We've seen a lot of success with Hasbro doing their HasLabs for like G.I. Joe and Ghostbusters. Does Playmates have any plans to maybe do something like a fan-funded, fully kitted out original Technodrome with all the original stickers? Is that something that's on your docket? Are you guys thinking about it? Have you looked into it?
Definitely considering it, but like the classic sewer lair, everything that was in the original will be in this one as well.
We'll talk about what's new. So we talked about the classic line, but you're also bringing back, there's like so many generations of Turtles. Again, is it the same process where you're deciding what gen? Obviously classic is great, Mutant Mayhem's the most recent, but there's like 2 or 3 generations in between there. How do you decide when those get some love?
A lot of it's based on the popularity. For instance, the 2012 series that you see here, that did very, very well for us, and it's hard to believe it's been over 10 years since those hit the shelves, and we consider those classic now as well. And the great thing is the entertainment is still readily available, whether it's on YouTube or Hulu or one of the other digital platforms.
And if someone has a fan favorite character from either the classic line or the 2012 line or even Mutant Mayhem, how can they relate to you that they really wanted as an action figure or a vehicle or a playset?
How can they relate to asking for it?
Yeah.
We are always looking for ideas, and we read social media a lot, and we see a lot of the requests that are on whether it's Facebook, Instagram, or any of those other social platforms, and we take cues from what the consumer or the fans are asking for based on those different platforms.
And Pat, the hardest question, favorite turtle and why?
Favorite turtle has to be a Leonardo, and who doesn't want to be the leader, right? Especially of the Ninja Turtles.